Hello guys! So, after so many questions about them, I will finally show you how I make my prosthetic fangs for my cosplays. I am starting off by boiling some water and taking about half a spoonful of Instamorph plastic pellets. You can use any thermoplastic you want, there are so many different types on the market. Instamorph is just my personal favorite. As you can see, after the little pellets heat up, they become clear, then they can stick to each other. Then you can take it out of the water and mush them into this sort of clay type material. Just be very careful, it is boiling hot water. This material does harden pretty quickly, so while you're working with it, you will need to heat it back up a couple times. Now, taking a very small amount that I will use for the first type of fangs that I will show you here, and with the excess material that I won't use for this, I am stretching it very thin, so I will have an easier time reheating it for a future project. Now, I am checking to see if that material that I took is enough for one tooth, and I have realized here that it's actually too much. So I'm heating it back up and just splitting it into two pieces. These two pieces will be enough for both fangs. Taking one of the pieces, I am pushing that into my tooth and just shaping it. I am using my fingers and my fingernails. My fingernails are mostly to push in the material to make it look like separate from my other teeth. As you can see here. And using my fingers, I am taking some of the material and pushing it into the roof of my mouth to make it stay on a bit better. Now here I have realized that I don't like how it looks, so I just heat it back up and try again. And repeating that process. Wait. Yeah. Oh, here's a close-up. Okay, that's nice. So I am heating it back up, and now you can see it's clear, so it's easier to shape. And it's also very hot and very uncomfortable, but that's okay. And I am using my fingers to sort of flatten it against my tooth to make it look more coherent with the rest of my teeth. Again, just pushing some of the material to the back of my mouth, of the roof of my mouth, to make it stay on. And using my fingernails to make it look more natural, even though it's a completely different shade from my teeth, but that's okay. And yeah, now I'm happy with it. So I am going to go ahead and stay hydrated, as you should, but also the cold water helps the plastic set and harden. And after it's almost fully hardened, as much as it can, I am taking that out and just fully dunking it into the cup of the cold water to just set it finally. You can always reheat it if you want to, you can always make a new thing from the plastic, unless obviously you've painted it, but if it's plain like that, you can always do it again. Repeating that same process for the opposite tooth, again needing to heat it back up. As you can see, it's very easy. If you fuck up with this material, you can just try again. And now it looks good, yeah! And now, remember that excess material that I showed you guys, that I stretched out from the beginning of the video? We are going to take that, and I'm going to show you the second type of fangs that I like to make. Now, once the material is hot and malleable, I am once again taking a small piece and just shaping it, both of my canines and the teeth in front of them. Again, just repeating that same technique, but here I am making it look like two fangs instead of one, making the front one slightly longer than the back one. I'm flattening it against my teeth and separating the two fangs using my fingernails to make it look like two different teeth, even though they are both on the same piece. And just making them both into a point and extending the material to the roof of my mouth. And you know what to do. Here especially I'm making sure they are very flat against my teeth because they can look very bulky if you put in too much material. Now, staying hydrated once again, take this as your reminder to go and drink water. I am going into the other side and repeating that same process, and that's basically it. So, as you can see here, you can just pop them back in and back out whenever you need to without using any glue, and that's very useful when you need to eat. So yeah, this is what they look like out of my mouth. As you can see, they extend a little bit upwards on both sides. The back is a little longer. It just helps them stay on. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions, comment them down below. I might do a tutorial on my Instamorph ears next time. Yeah, goodbye!